oh, what a fantastic golazo. Like, don't say golazo, bro. Just say goal.
Love him. Pat, come in my mouth is what I call him.
But you want to read off stats? Go ahead, bro.
I think Punjab is one of the most boring teams.
Unless Preeti is on screen, yeah?
Unless. What's up?
Cut.
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 Gill was probably like, tu aa, main teko dekh lunga. I'm going to whack you for a 6.
And then slowly it became 3-1, 3-2. Last minute penalty is 3-all and went extra time.
If that happened in the Premier League, there would be a coin thrown at him. There would be
A beer.
A beer. Now, I'm not promoting that.
They would do 1,000 like wank signs.
Yeah, you want to talk about the boxing?
Yes. Let's talk about the
Do what I do.
boxing.
Wearing all white. Looking so fine.
Yay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sunday night we had some football on as well with my team, Man United, taking on Coventry. Things were going pretty well till the 68th minute. United was up 3-0. We're looking kind of comfortable. We played well enough to beat a team like Coventry. And then slowly it became 3-1, 3-2. Last minute penalty is 3-all and went extra time. And then extra time happens. Coventry are kind of dominating. I think they hit the woodwork a couple of times. 120 plus 3, I get a text from Sammy. And Coventry has scored. But then luckily, it gets called off by VAR because of offside. Go to penalties. United wins despite Casemiro having a fucking horrible start in the shootout for United. But Onana makes a save and then they hit one over the crossbar. And then we see fucking useless Anthony going and cupping his ears in front of the Coventry players. Like, it's not embarrassing that they took us to extra time, almost won, and we barely won in penalties. It was just embarrassing. I'm wearing this jersey because we're in the finals and it kind of is a nice thing, but it was just a horrible thing to watch post like 60-65 minutes yesterday.
So I have a theory. Do you think United players have PTSD when they see sky blue jerseys and City at the end of a team's name and just get shell-shocked and think they're playing Manchester City and absolutely fold?
No, I think they get shell-shocked anytime they concede a goal.
Okay, so it's not that.
Yeah,
it's
regardless.
Not, I thought about this a lot yesterday.
No. It's not just that. It could be that as well, but every time they concede,
Ten Hag
they just
labeled
choke.
this victory a huge achievement.
Back-to-back FA Cup finals is not bad.
No, this victory specifically.
If you single it out, it really isn't a huge achievement, but whatever. They're in the finals, so.
See, and I would never rub salt in the wounds of any human, let alone my friend, especially if you're down bad. But how funny is this United team, and how much do you respect their determination to always give the other team a chance to make a comeback, and Ten Hag's persistence on saying that everything is fine. Did you watch the Arsenal game? We almost won that. And also the fact that Casemiro might be a tad overweight and way past his prime, and also the fact that Aaron Wan-Bissaka, a guy who basically doesn't have a left foot, is playing left back, and also the fact that Scott McTominay, of all people, might be your best player and the most reliable player right now, and the fact that Anthony is going in front of Coventry City players and celebrating, knowing fully well that they are a championship team who are not even in the playoffs. What is wrong with United?
Well, you threw a lot of things and names at me, so I'll just respond one by one. Ten Hag.
No, I don't.
I think he's just trying to keep the thing go, like keep some positivity going. I'm just assuming. I don't know for sure. Casemiro is right now finished and overweight, as you said.
You remember that sequence where he's trying to chase someone by the byline, and that guy, their striker, I think his name was Wright, he just knocks it past him and runs around him, and like I could have probably ran faster than Casemiro at that point.
Maybe, but yeah, he's slow. He's making a lot of mistakes. He's getting paid way too much, and he's got to go. You said McTominay being a scorer. I'm honestly enjoying that.
I hate to see you so sad, bro. Please.
You said Wan-Bissaka is playing on the left with no left foot, but that's due to injuries. You got to make do with what you have.
Yeah.
Shaw and Malacia injured. you got to make do with what you have, like how you did Rob Holding last season.
Yeah.
And then Anthony's just embarrassing. Like, I don't think he understands like the vibe at all. I think he just overplays everything. You know, like people say you can't read the room.
But when he spins
That's
the ball,
Anthony.
oh my god, how good is that?
Well, it's not good. It's useless.
That jalebi he makes on the pitch.
It's not good. Nothing is good if you're a United fan right now, besides being in that game namesake, because you're probably going to get smashed by City. Yeah, you have any more shit talking to do?
No, I don't have a shit talking. I just have a funny story surrounding this entire United, this amazing victory that United pulled off, against giants of the game and, giants of football. It was truly an achievement. But I want to highlight this Mongolian footballer.
Again, Mongolia.
Again, Mongolia. I think this episode has some kind of connection to Mongolia, and hopefully we can get some fans from there. This Mongolian footballer cycled from Mongolia, the capital of Mongolia, to come to Manchester to watch this game. He started his journey 11 months ago, and he cycled all the way. His name is, I'm gonna butcher it, but his name is Ochirvani Batbold or Batbold, however you say it. So Mr. Batbold is what I'm going to go with. Started in May, and yeah, he's like, I want to see United play, so I'm just going to cycle from here. And he said his trip is living life without regrets. Now imagine if United lost.
Luckily they didn't.
That entire trip. I'm kind of sad that they won, but I'm also kind of happy because of this guy, for the sake of Mr. Batbold, that they actually pulled out a victory. And he said that his journey was inspired by his love for the Red Devils. And he started this entire journey because he got scammed by this so-called agent who robbed him of $3,000 and told him that if you give me $3,000, I'll give you a trial with the MLS side LA Galaxy. Basically, the agent saw goal and was like, I can scam someone in Mongolia. And yeah, he got scammed and he's like, okay, I need to make the most of my life. And he's like, let me go watch the so-called greatest club on this planet. And I'm glad for his sake that United pulled off a victory.
Where did you find the story?
I don't know. I'm very nervous about this podcast, so I do a lot of research. So I was scrolling Twitter, and I was like, "This is so funny. This is so funny," and I'm just happy that they won. Because people were trolling him at halftime. Oh, not at halftime. At the 80th, 85th minute mark.
I'm also very happy that they won. At least that's the least they could do against fucking Coventry. Premier League. We'll highlight a couple games. Arsenal Wolves. We were watching it at Gateway Tap Room.
Yeah.
We fucking went. The IPL game is on, and then we were begging them to put the football on. Then finally, when it got done, he changed the channel. We got one of our friends to log in to their screen.
He just said, he had some absurd rule of, the IPL game is done. After the IPL, you can't watch any other sport here. And I was like, why? Because my boss said so. Why did he say so? My boss said so. I'm like, can I talk to your boss? He's like, he's at home. Like, who the hell? Like, we are giving you so much money. Just let us enjoy, and we are giving you the login, dude.
And then it happened to be really fun. Good screen and everything.
Yeah.
We had some good food and drinks. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Gateway Tap Room.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Use Sadi's account anytime you want. Get people to come watch football. No issues there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we watched the Arsenal Wolves game. We watched the first half there. Pretty boring first half. Besides Trossard, who's normally a super sub. We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
He normally doesn't do so well, and he just scored right before halftime. Gave Arsenal a nice boost going to the dressing room. Went home, watched the second half. A lot more chances for Arsenal. Set about 10, 15 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Whatever in that second half. And then finally Odegaard finished it off in the 90+4 or something it was.
Yeah.
Arsenal are back on top. But overall, my takeaways from the game were that
It just seems like teams have figured out Arteta or Arsenal. They know how to break the press. They've kind of read how they build up from the back. And I think this is a trend that happens with Arteta. It happened when he just joined and he was playing 5 at the back way back in 2020. And then we went on to win the FA Cup with that system. And they tried to implement that system starting into the new season. And people read us. And pretty early on. And then we got fucked and we ended up finishing 10th or something like that season. 8th? I'm not too sure, but that season was...
You think I fucking know what
That season was really bad. That was the season where everyone was like, Arteta out. And then the next season we made that run for the top 4, punching above our weight. But in the end, we couldn't finish in the top 4. And it was the same reason. Towards the end of the season, we ran out of energy, we ran out of legs. And people had started figuring out Arteta's game plan for that season. I think it happened last season as well, and it's happening this season as well. We saw it at Bayern, which we'll get to, and we saw it at Wolves too. It was a boring game because they were predictable, there was no space, and Arsenal were trying the same things again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Towards the end of the season, basically, it's starting to get... This team is starting to read Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah. And maybe a lot of the other teams as well, and that's when it counts, right?
Exactly.
Make a push for the title.
Exactly.
So that's what your team needs to work on maybe a little bit. I'm sure they will, learning from last year.
Yeah.
Liverpool also won their game 3-1. Trent scored a beautiful free kick. And top 4, also Aston Villa are now 6 points ahead of Spurs, who are number 5. But Spurs do have 2 games in hand, but it's great for a club like Aston Villa, Unai Emery, to, have results like this consistently. Well. Yeah. So it's a good thing. No doubt. Let's move on to the Champions League. We'll stick to Arsenal first. Arsenal Bayern. Very, very defensive. I don't know what to call it, but it wasn't the most exciting game yet again. You know how they say chess match this, chess match that. It was that, but it was just boring. But the goal was very good. Kimmich with a bullet header of I forget who crossed the ball, but around the 60th, 70th minute, whatever, it's not important.
It's not important, but you can...
Kimmich got the game winner, and I love Kimmich, man. He plays a lot of emotion, but also he has a lot of composure in midfield as well. So I really enjoy watching him play, generally. But yeah, man, now Arsenal's out of the Champions League. It's the farthest they've gone in a few years, but the road ends once again at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but it was just too formulaic. It was too predictable.
Yeah. No clear chances.
Nothing at all.
Not much for either team almost.
People will... Saka... I've never seen Saka put in such a bad performance.
I've seen it too many times.
I disagree with you. I think he is one of my favorite players at Arsenal, and he always shows up in my eyes. This game, he was nowhere to be found. Just the way that we lost was disappointing. There was no outlet. There was no excitement. There was no danger. Things that Arteta has.
As a friend, Angry Ratman would say, there's no passion. There's no
aggression. Yeah. There was nothing of that. His words are now ringing in my ears.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a very boring match, and I was disappointed in Arsenal's approach or Arteta's approach in the game. I'm sure he'll figure it out next season. I don't want to have any knee-jerk reactions as a lot of people in the Twitterscape have had. But yeah, I just think these are growing pains. Next season we'll be back stronger.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think so. We will.
The other Champions League game was Madrid and City. I'll just mention, I forgot to say it earlier, that City has also made the FA Cup final and they play United.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought...
They beat Chelsea 1.
So United have a good chance of winning the FA Cup
final. That.
Oh, you did?
I never said that.
Okay, I thought that's why you wore the jersey. You were happy that they
I am happy
made
that
it to
they
the
fucking
final.
made it, bro. Like,
okay.
Can I not be happy
No, be happy. I would never...
Did I say?
I would never rub salt in the wounds of a person who's down bad.
Did I say that they're going to win?
Especially my friend.
So, whatever. City's has made the final. They beat Chelsea 1-0. And before that, earlier in the week, they faced Madrid at home. Madrid scored early. De Bruyne equalized about the 70th minute or so again. They went to extra time, 0-0, and then penalties. I think Madrid missed the first one. Modric missed.
Modric.
And then City missed 2 back-to-back. It was Bernardo with a horrible pen.
Before
right
that,
down the middle.
Kovacic.
And then
Sorry. Bernardo and then Kovacic.
And then Kovacic was well saved by Lunin. Lunin actually had a great game.
Great
I
game.
will say City dominated. As soon as Madrid scored, it was all City.
Yeah.
Constant domination from whatever it was the 12th, 15th minute
They
to
had 33
120.
shots.
Yeah.
They had 33 shots in the game.
Insane. Lunin, I'll say it again, great saves. Out of nowhere, I feel like he's popped up. Like, he's doing so well, playing for the biggest club in the world probably right now.
Yeah.
Saving pens, keeping them in the game. But yeah, Madrid played like a Mourinho team, I feel like. They just sat back and absorbed all the pressure. City made a big change. I thought Doku was a big change that they made, and he was giving Carvajal problems, and that's the side that the goal came from for De Bruyne. But yeah, man, City tried, and they were dominating, and I'm just happy as a United fan that both Premier League teams lost in the Champions League. Arsenal and City are out. So
yeah,
it was a fun hate watch.
Fair enough. I'm obviously sad that Arsenal didn't make it, and I'm also happy that City didn't make it because Madrid is just the more entertaining side. I think they're more random, they're more fluid, and like you said, yeah, it was kind of a Mourinho performance by Madrid, but I think that's what's great about the team. They're so dynamic. They keep changing.
They can do what City did to a worse team. Like, they can dominate 60-70% of the ball, win by a couple goals, but they can also sit back, absorb pressure.
Yeah.
So that is a good thing.
Yeah.
You can adapt to what the game is asking you for.
I just want to highlight that one moment. I think it was the 12th minute when they scored.
Yep.
Carvajal gets the ball and just launches it up top, and Bellingham kills it, beats a man, and then lays it off to Vinny, who then lays it off to Valverde, who lays it off to Vinny, who then puts it in for Rodrigo. When I saw it in real time, I was just like, whatever. I was watching the Arsenal game too, so I thought this is a normal touch. And then I saw the replay and I was like, damn. Like, that's what Madrid is about. Like, making the right decisions at the right time, always being so clinical and efficient with all their movements.
And they have quality all around, to support that. It doesn't hurt having these fucking elite players everywhere.
Yeah, I think I want to say, I want to say that they right now are my favorite team to watch in terms of just entertainment, value, just showing up all the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll finish off football with some La Liga action.
La Liga.
Madrid against Barcelona at Bernabeu this weekend.
Yeah.
It was a close game. Barca were actually up 1-0, then 2-1. And then Madrid equalized 2-2, and then Jude Bellingham in the last minute stoppage time. He smashed the ball in the roof with his left leg, celebrated.
Yeah.
Clutch. Very entertaining game, and I think Barcelona is like 11 points away from Madrid right now at second place in the La Liga table. So I think their season's done. I thought Barca actually played better. They dominated. They had more chances overall. But like you said, man, Madrid just fucking finds a way. They adapt and then they find a way to score and beat you.
Yeah. So I stayed up to watch the game and I made some observations.
Please share.
Like I said, I love how Madrid play best. My favorite team right now. So direct, so precise. I think they made the game difficult for themselves. If they really wanted to, I think they could steamroll them. The fucking commentator of this game, the Spanish dude, he kept saying Vasquez, 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 and Vasquez had a great game. I think he should have got man of the match. He scored and assisted. They ended up giving it to Lamine Yamal. I keep saying Yamin Lamal, but whatever. They ended up giving it to him, I guess, just because he's like 17 and he shows up and he can hang with these guys. So they're like, okay, here, participation gift. But Vasquez should have won it. They keep saying that. I know you have some thoughts about it too, but...
Yeah, so I've had these thoughts for a while. When I started watching mostly football in America, they would have the Spanish commentators doing Premier League, like Champions League games or in the studio and things like that.
Spanish commentators speaking in English.
Yeah, speaking in English, sorry.
Yeah.
And German acts, like some of the German accent speaking in English for the Bundesliga. And I just thought, why don't they just have English speaking people doing the fucking commentary? if I wanted to get the ethnical or the cultural experience, I'd watch it in fucking Spanish or
And learn
German
Spanish.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Just have good commentators do the job, bro. We don't need the accent on screen at all. Like, what's the point? Like, I'm serious. It used to frustrate me so much. Like, I almost thought, like my friend who speaks in an American accent perfect, he can do a better job than that because he's not trying to emphasize random ass words. He's saying how it has to be said. And I'm okay with that. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like, trying to make this a randomly fun experience and it's being more and more annoying. Like that Vasquez thing, I'm sure it must have killed you yesterday. Even though it might be the right pronunciation, I want to watch it in fucking English, bro.
It is the right pronunciation.
Say Vasquez,
But
bro. Like, say whatever you want.
He's saying all the English words, and suddenly it just be Vasquez and the Vasquez, and
Yeah.
he ended up playing really well, so he kept taking his name.
In the MLS and whatever they say, oh, what a fantastic golazo. Like, don't say golazo, bro. Just say goal. Like, everyone understands the sport. It's so fucking frustrating.
But they need to show that they know ball, no? So they have to.
Football, man. Just get away from that.
Yeah, and then my last observation from the game was that La Liga can never do it for me because Fermin scored the equalizer at 2-2. Oh, no, he scored
the go-ahead goal.
Yeah,
right?
the go-ahead goal at 2-1.
Yeah.
And then he goes and celebrates in front of the Madrid fans. He stands on the advertising hoardings and puts his arms out and stands there. And all the Madrid fans just be like, okay, cool. They just like look dejected and turn around. If that happened in the Premier League, there would be a coin thrown at him. There would be
a beer.
Now, I'm not promoting that.
They would do 1,000 like wank signs.
Wank signs or the middle finger, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they would show the passion, the aggression that like we want to see, and that's why we watch the Premier League. It's the biggest game of the season, and there was nothing. He celebrated in front of your fans.
Yeah, that is a little soft.
A little soft.
I mean, no one is saying throw coins.
No one. Yeah, nobody's
Throw
saying
glass.
that. Yeah, nobody's saying that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
At least show some sort of angry response, or not even angry, but like show your emotions. Like let the fucking player be known that if you do this again at the Bernabeu,
Yeah,
you're fucked.
exactly. 100%.
We had Kolkata Knight Riders take on RCB on Sunday in the early game. It's weird that the double headers are on Sunday now. They used to be on Saturdays, I feel like, before. But either way, we had a cracker. Kolkata batted first and they scored 222, which is like an average score against RCB because their bowling is so shit. I'll highlight a couple good performances. Phil Salt, 48 out of 14. Insane. 50 from 36. Shreyas Iyer, decent. After what we said some negative things about him last episode, so we should give him some.
But it's good to see that all these players are taking our feedback seriously and actually acting on it. So if Shreyas Iyer ever wants to give us a little cut, a percentage of his contract, we're open.
And that works. Remember his love language, he said.
Was insulting.
Insulted.
Right?
And we insulted him, he played well
Exactly.
right away. So we'll keep it going.
So thank you to the casuals.
Yeah, thank you. And then Ramandeep finished it off with 24 of 9 balls. In the bowling, no one really stood out. They only took 6 wickets. So then we move on to the RCB innings. Again, Kohli, first wicket. Do you think it was out or no?
Of course it wasn't out. This is a Kohli podcast. No Kohli slander will be tolerated on this podcast. I love him. I stand with him. If Kohli is saying it's a no ball, it's a no ball. I think they should let the batters themselves make the decision if it's a no ball or no. If he thinks it's a no ball, it's a no ball. Moreover, he's wearing the orange cap. What is the use of the orange cap? The person who holds the orange cap can make these decisions. As long as you're the best batsman in the league, you can make these decisions.
Well, I completely disagree with that, but whatever. Basically, what happened was...
I'm kidding, yeah. I'm kidding.
It was a high full toss, which Kohli really thought was a no ball, and he got caught off of that. And the reason it was a no ball is because he was already standing like a meter in front of his crease, and then he hit the shot another meter in front of his legs.
Yeah.
And then he got caught.
Yeah. So I try to do a lot of deep digging, try to understand the rules of the no ball, and I was trying to develop a nuanced take on this entire situation, what the rule is. But I don't really want to go there because I don't think I have that much expertise. I thought it was a no ball. In fact, I thought it was a really bad ball, and that's why Kohli got pissed that he got out on a really bad ball. It was like he misbowled it, right? He was trying to bowl a slower ball.
I think he got angry because he had to take the aggression out on Gautam Gambhir, who he was so chummy with the
Yeah.
past 2 days before
Yeah.
the game and everything. I don't know if you guys are seeing those clips, but Gambhir and Kohli never get along, and now they were being all pally, like, oh, hand on the shoulder, they're laughing and all. So that made me a little uncomfortable. So good to see Kohli's aggression come out after that wicket went.
Exactly.
You know, he had to let it out some way, somehow.
Yeah, and in fact, RCB should be awarded more fair play points because he was so nice to the umpires after he got out. He didn't scream at them. He wasn't rude to them. Nothing at all. So in fact, for his behavior, I think if I was Kohli, I would have got even more pissed. And how much ever anger that he showed was totally justified. So in my opinion, they should be awarded more fair play points. Also, this entire controversy could have been avoided if it wasn't Kohli. They wouldn't have spoken about it. The entire media, everyone, Twitter, basically claiming the casuals, we wouldn't have been speaking about this if it wasn't Kohli. Nobody would have batted an eye. So this entire controversy with the IPL and the entire rigging thing could be avoided if they just let him continue to bat.
Okay, I'll give some more breakdown. Will Jacks, Rajat Patidar hit 50s, and then at the end, it came down to the last over, and they needed 20 runs of the last over. And Karan Sharma, whose name I can never pronounce, it's Karn, but I always say Karan.
But it is Karan, no?
It's Karan.
Karan. He's also from Breach Candy.
So Karan Sharma is facing the last over off of the most expensive man in the IPL, Mitch Starc, or second most, I don't know, with Cummins. And the first ball goes for 6, and basically he had 3 sixes in the over.
So just before that, he's absolutely shitting the bed at this point. And speaking of shitting the bed, Tanay, do you want to tell the audience where you were when the last over started?
So we went to a bar near my house to watch the second innings, kind of. There was like 4 or 5 of us. And yeah, I had to go to the bathroom, so I ran home. And that's why,
Tanay left the bar to go back home to take a dump after Dinesh Karthik got out.
Well, it happens, and that's why I
So
can't
you're a shit
remember.
guy. How's the shit on a scale of 1 to 10?
But please.
It's making a little
It's too
uncomfortable.
personal,
Too
yeah.
personal, yeah. You can dox me, but I can't talk about your shitting habits.
Again, don't
Yeah.
dox them. So then basically he had 3 sixes in the over, and they need 3 of
But you were shitting.
2 balls.
You watching it on your phone?
I watched.
Okay.
I watched on my phone on the pot.
You wash your hands then after that, right?
No,
Okay.
never.
Disgusting guy.
But either way, once again, 3 sixes in the over, they need 3 of 2. And then Mitch Starc takes a crazy catch
Yeah.
low down, and Karan Sharma's out. And then they need 3 of the last ball. Last ball is faced by Lockie Ferguson. It's on the offside. And the throw from the KKR player was horrible.
Horrible.
And then Phil Salt had to jump and make the run out. So basically they lost by a couple runs.
1 run.
By 1 run, yeah. Because 3 wicket, yeah. By 1 run. And RCB once again have only just won a singular game in this year's IPL.
So that's why all the more they should give them the Fair Play Award.
Bro, what are you harping on this fair play, bro? Who gives a fuck, man? Are you mad?
Sorry. I just want RCB to win something, the fans to feel something, especially after their women's team won.
Yeah.
It's only fair that they win something. I want to talk about Dinesh Karthik in this game. When it mattered, he didn't show up. I know there's been a lot of talk about him going to the World Cup. I think he should go to the World Cup in the capacity of a commentator because he is really good, but not as the wicketkeeper for India or a batsman. I just think when it comes, when he's under pressure, he doesn't perform. He's not performed at the last 2 World Cups. So all this talk, I know that clip of Rohit saying Karthik making a run for the World Cup was funny, but I think it should end. We should enjoy Dinesh Karthik, but no need to take him to the World Cup.
Cool. So when it mattered most, he kind of played a bad shot and got out.
Yeah.
Like he has a few times before.
Yeah.
He's also won a few games. We'll give him some credit. But yeah, more likely, yeah.
Like, enjoy him in the IPL. I want to win a World Cup.
And then in the commentary box is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Cool. Then the day before that on Saturday, I was going to play paddle, so I could only catch the first 6 overs of the Sunrisers.
You play padel?
Yeah, and if anyone plays paddle, do not invite Sammy. He fucking sucks.
What the hell up, bro?
It'll be a waste of time. It'll be an easy target. If you're a newbie, maybe call him.
I can't play paddle in Bombay because of Tanay. I literally, every time we meet someone, he tells them that I suck. And I haven't played paddle in like 4 to 5 months.
Is that doxing again?
Again, you're doxing me.
So I turned my TV on for the first 6 overs and I thought fucking Chen Kulki Man Kuli was going on. 6 overs, 120 runs. What the hell is that, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Head just twirls his mustache and hits every ball for 6. And Abhishek Sharma, 46 runs in 12 balls is even faster than what Travis Head was going at. It's just insane. And then, I mean, they're doing the reverse. They're hitting all their runs in the power play and the early overs. And then later they slow down a bit. Still, they managed to hit 266, which is insane.
But it makes so much sense, right? I don't know why people haven't thought about this before, because towards the end you have 5 fielders out of the ring, as opposed to in the power play where you have 2 fielders out of the ring. So just take maximum risk. And it's paying off for Sunrisers. And Pat Cummins' entire philosophy is kind of bearing fruit, and it's awesome to watch.
And your entire philosophy is to suck off Pat Cummins.
I love him. Pat, come in my mouth is what I call him. But just I have some. So records were broken again in this game. Sunrisers recorded the highest power play score in T20 cricket of 125 for no wickets lost. Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma recorded the highest run rate for a partnership of more than 100 runs in the IPL at a run rate of 20 runs.
Damn.
Almost 21. The duo added 131 runs for the first wicket in just 38 balls. And then Head scored a 15 to 16 balls, equaling the IPL 2024 record for the fastest 50. And then my boy Jake Fraser McGurk walked in and broke that in the very next innings.
Yeah. So I was going to give the Delhi score before you went on your
I'm sorry.
stats rant. So just so people have an idea how the game went. But you want to read off stats? Go ahead, bro. Yeah, so Delhi ended up hitting 199 and they got all out in 19.1 overs. Like he said, Jake Fraser McGurk, 65 out of 18 balls. And then Parel played well, punt very slow, but he's just getting back.
Did Parel hit a 6 this game?
Parel hit 1-6. He's been eating some protein.
Yeah, that he's a good player. It just go ahead.
Last game of the IPL that we watched before recording. You have something to say?
Yeah, I just want to say I had a loser from the game. I just think this is hilarious. Lalit Yadav was given an opportunity to play this game because Ishant Sharma very conveniently before the game, 5 minutes before the game started, had a back spasm. I mean, understandable. If I was a bowler, even I would do that. I don't want to play.
He's fucking 50 years old.
So he had a back spasm. Very smart move by him. Otherwise, he would have got whacked for 50, 60, whatever. So Lalit Yadav comes in. The guy gets smashed for 40 runs in 2 overs in the power play. And then he gets a chance to bat and he scores only 7 of 8. I just thought it was very funny. I'm not hating on him. I don't want to
It's a tough spot.
It's a tough spot. It's just Sunrisers. Just, find the weakest link and just make the most of that. I feel bad for Lalit Yadav and I hope he makes a comeback, but I just think it was hilarious.
Last game we saw Sunday night in the IPL with Punjab Kings versus the Gujarat Titans. Pretty fucking boring game. Punjab hit 142. We had 4 wickets from Sai Kishore, the spinner. And then Gujarat chased it down in 19.1 overs, which is a little slow for 142. I mean, they just played a bunch of slow innings and just made sure the job got done, which is fair enough. They need points on the board, more important than net run rate for them. But yeah, pretty straightforward game. If you have any thoughts.
I just think, same. I'm just going to echo your thoughts. It was a very boring game. I think Punjab is one of the most boring teams.
Unless Preeti is on screen.
Unless. What's up? But I thought it was a pretty boring game overall. Punjab is a very boring team. I think Gujarat's bowling attack keeps bailing them out. You have Noor and you have Rashid bowling the same kind of balls. One is a lefty, one is a righty. And then this this game Saikishore just pops up and takes 4. So it doesn't matter if the batters don't play well. He just comes in, and then I have just some random observations.
Isha.
I think the most interesting part about it was Gill versus Livingston. Like Livingston, Gill and Livingston got into it, and then the Gill was probably like, "Haan, dua, main teko dekh lunga. I'm going to whack you for a 6." And then the very next ball, Livingston like tosses it up. He comes down the track and he gets out. Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh no."
He sounds like father-in-law, bro.
So and then Gill claimed that, yeah, it didn't affect me in the post match. It clearly did, dude. You got bowled out the next ball. Yeah, and then I think Rahul Tewatia looks like Lakha from Lagan. I think Sam Curran, I don't know what's happening, but he looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. He just keeps running
He does look like
that. But yeah, I just think Punjab overall.
Was Lakha clutch like Tewatia is? The every game he plays is cameo and...
No, he actually defected, right?
Oh yeah, he took money.
Yeah, he defected to the British. So I guess he took money. It's pretty like IPL
Yeah.
thematic in terms of hashtag IPL rigged. I don't think so. I think IPL is not rigged at all, but just going off of themes.
Formula One this weekend, there was the Chinese Grand Prix, and Max Verstappen for the first time won in China. So you got any thoughts about that?
No. Do you?
Nah, not really.
Okay, let's move on.
MMA, after UFC 300, Dana White announced 2 massive cards, or the main events and the co-main events of a couple cards. We start with UFC 303 in Vegas, the return of the notorious Conor McGregor. He's back, and Chandler finally, after begging and setting out for about a year and a half, has got his McGregor fight. He did a whole season of the Ultimate Finale. Since the first win he had in the UFC, he's been saying, Conor McGregor, Conor McGregor. And finally, Conor has accepted. Conor wants to be back, and it's just amazing for the sport to have your biggest selling star back on pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so excited to see McGregor back in action. Yeah, I'm just so looking forward to seeing McGregor, the shit talking that's going to go on.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from McGregor, I just thought Chandler looked a little soft in my eyes after... I know he's a UFC fighter, and he probably beat me up, but...
Probably. With all the jits you've been doing.
I do jiu-jitsu, okay?
With all the jits you've been doing.
Yeah.
And you have a nice heavy guy rolling with you also every week. So, yeah. But
don't dox him, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, after the fight was announced, he went on MMA Hour with Ariel. And he just was like a bubbly teenager who's like going on his first date. Yeah, I'm so excited about this fight. Conor has finally agreed. I'm like, dude, pull it in, rein it back. What are you doing? Like they've done you wrong for the past how many ever months.
Yep.
Show some aggression.
Yeah, man. Chandler is anyway a super excitable character. Like
I'm so excited for this fight.
He's a big like company man and everything, and like you said, he's waited all these months to get the fight. But imagine making a couple million, maybe whatever he makes off of one night.
Yeah, so, and he would have never seen that kind of money in the PFL or the Bellator.
Please, just don't bring work into this.
Hopefully, no one who like is related to the PFL or works for them or the Bellator watches this video.
Well, he never fought for the PFL. He was in Bellator. He was a champion. He did pretty well there.
So I shouldn't. Why am I mentioning PFL again and
again? Just take it back.
Yeah, sorry,
please.
My bad. Alright, my bad.
But yeah, McGregor's returning in at June end, and International Fight Week is going to be a good one. They're going to stack up the card, and obviously
everyone's going to be interested in the UFC now. How's that going to be for you?
I hate those times. Honestly, it's such a good time, but it's also so annoying because everyone comes out of their shells and be like, yo, send me pics, Conor's back, and I watch with you and stuff like that. And normally I'm fine with that.
Why are you so exclusive, bro?
I'm fine with it normally, but it's just when Conor fights. It's like in college when we used to watch. A normal pay-per-view would be like 5-7 of us maybe in the room. And Connor's fighting as like 25 in a room, probably this size, maybe even a little smaller.
Yeah.
And then the thing that pisses me off is, okay, they'll come, they'll watch. But they also talk like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They speak over the commentary. They don't let you listen to the post-fight speech or the interview or anything. That's what really fucking annoys me.
Yeah, because more the merrier.
I'm trying to watch every single second of that stuff. And you're just coming into my room. And, it's fine. We can have a good time. But just be quiet when they're talking. Especially when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So that's what gets to me.
But we should do something for this fight.
We really should.
We should do something.
Maybe we'll do some nice reactions and stuff. We'll give the best moments and stuff.
Yeah, reactions of our like how we had for UFC 300. We had an entire viewing event. We should probably do that, and I'm pretty sure a lot more people will be interested.
Yeah, and don't fucking talk over the commentary.
We can make Tana stand outside, and he can, approve you if you want to enter. If you can enter, you can enter. If he doesn't approve of you, please get the fuck out, right? No. I mean, that's the energy you're giving. We'll see.
Another fight that was announced on UFC 302 in Newark, New Jersey. It's going to be Dustin Poirier and Islam Makhachev. Islam's going to defend against Dustin, who just beat Benoit Saint-Denis. And they also said Strickland versus Costa in the co-main event. So the main event, I think Makhachev might just dominate like how Khabib dominated Poirier back in the day. Wrestling heavy, grappling heavy. And Dustin struggles with it a little bit, but I really hope he works on it and puts up a fight. Co-main event, I'm super excited. They both like to stand and bang. But more importantly, the press conference.
That's what you like to watch? Two dudes standing and banging?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
And if you don't like that, don't come watch fights with us. But also the press conference is going to be super entertaining. Strickland and Costa are the most unfiltered motherfuckers in the UFC. Strickland, the most American guy, and then Costa just speaking English in his Brazilian accent. It's so much fun to watch. I'm super excited for that one as well, which is going to be early June.
Yeah. I think that fight for a casual like me is super, super... if you're trying to get into MMA, watch that fight. That fight would be really good for you. Like Tana said,
a casual is giving advice to other people of how to get into the sport.
Why not?
Sure.
Do you want to? You have been trying to act like a gatekeeper of don't come watch it with me. I hate
watch
you.
it at your own time. Watch it at your own house.
So I think that would be a good fight where they'll be standing. There won't be a lot of wrestling. I think that gets a little more complicated with the moves and trying to understand what's happening.
But you're a jiu-jitsu expert now.
I am. No, not the casuals are trying to get into the sport. Come on.
We'll film it now for the
understand the
Sammy's breakdown. Sammy and Jay's breakdown while Abbas is just sitting on the side.
It'll be too much for the audience. I think we'll drop too much jargon or knowledge.
Especially with Jay's popularity and everything. Oh, shit.
Don't dox him. I'm not too excited about the Makhachev-Poirier fight. I think Makhachev is just going to smother him and out-wrestle him. Again, I do not know that much.
Yep.
But that's just my opinion. I think Makhachev does that with all his opponents. All these Dagestani fighters usually do that. It comes down to the ground, who's better. Volk was the closest to outfox Makhachev, but even he couldn't do it. I don't see Poirier.
Yeah, it's going to be a tall task for Poirier to win.
And I hope he can.
The fight.
I want Poirier. He's going to be the dog in the fight. So
yeah, I was saying it's going to be tough for him to win the fight, let alone he might not even win a round. That's how dominant Islam has looked in his last whatever streak he's going right now.
Yeah, you want to talk about the boxing?
Yes. Let's talk about the
do what I do.
boxing.
Wearing all white. Looking so fine. Yeah, that's it. Krish, if you can put the clip in.
NGQ. Doing what I do. All white. Looking nice. Okay. Come through.
I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
It's a hilarious clip of Ryan Garcia singing an impromptu song in.
He may or may not be on cocaine. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. He
We
may
don't
or
know.
may not be drunk, like whatever.
Yeah. He claims to have been clean and not off his nutter. So,
So we'll just set it up.
yeah.
All week or all month leading up to this huge fight against Devin Haney,
It's a
Ryan
lightweight.
Garcia, super lightweight fight for the WBC championship. Ryan Garcia has just been posting absurd shit on his social media.
Yeah.
He's posting the girls he's been getting with. He's just acting super drunk and weird. And I just thought that he's not taking this fight seriously. He walked into the weigh-ins 3 pounds over and paid $1.5 million fine, which is insane. But he was drinking a beer while weighing in. So it just made us feel like he doesn't give a flying fuck about this fight. And then he goes and he's knocked down Devin Haney, the champ, the defending champ, 3 times. He's hurt him a bunch. That left hook has connected so many times. And fucking Ryan Garcia, man, he beat Devin Haney by majority decision. Should have been unanimous. One judge gave them a tie, which is stupid.
Yeah.
But genius move from Ryan Garcia to sell the fight. He was doing random shit like singing that song. He was posting
Which was
all this
awesome.
stuff.
It's been going on in my mind all day, all week. I've just tried to memorize it.
He's screaming random shit in the press conference. He's talking about people's mothers in the crowd and stuff.
Yeah. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus,
Yeah,
Jesus.
He's saying all kinds of stuff. And I truly believe that, okay, Haney, the minus 1,000 favorite, is going to beat Garcia, who was at a plus 600 or something. But no, Garcia, round 1, he hurts him. And then towards the end, round 7. And then again, he dropped him 3 times in the fight. He's got a bunch of 10-8 rounds. Clearly won the fight. Did not get the belt because he missed weight. But what a performance. And what a selling job. Like,
Amazing.
the only
selling
reason
job.
I watched the fight is because of Garcia.
Yeah.
Not because of Haney. Haney did nothing. Haney should thank Ryan for being so unhinged the whole fucking
He's the
month.
closest thing to Alex Jones that we have right now. I absolutely love
Alex
him.
Jones is sober. man.
Alex Jones is so
Believe
he
it or
claims.
not. Yeah.
But yeah, Garcia's done like a total 180 on his demeanor, personality. He's like the nice boy,
no.
pretty boy of. At least that's what. That's so. My perspective on Garcia was almost like an industry plant, where like when he was 17, 18, there were clips of him doing like boxing challenges and boxing drills on Instagram. On
He's
Reels.
always been very good on social media, but he would do like kid-friendly stuff if you want to say.
Exactly.
Like the body shot challenge, the hand speed challenge, and all that kind of stuff. Not posting about.
I guess we didn't
Yeah,
really know anything about him.
exactly.
Like he was never really
Yeah.
talking. He was not like sitting and actually promoting the fights on his own.
Hmm.
And he was in Canelo's camp back then.
Yes, he was.
And then he made the switch to Oscar De La Hoya's camp,
No,
Golden
Oscar
Boy
De La Hoya is his management, basically.
Management.
Golden Boy is his promoter.
promoter.
Yeah.
Right? And I think ever since then, or since the Javonta fight,
So yeah, the Javonta fight, I do respect, and I've always respected Ryan for taking these tough fights. So fighting Javonta and Devin Haney back to back, boxers do not do that when they have only 20-25 fights.
that's so true. I didn't
And
even
he's
think
been
about
super entertaining. He has a lot of I think he's 20 out of 25 knockouts, which is amazing at that super lightweight. But yeah, man, respect to him. So before that, I only respected him for taking these tough fights because he did lose to Javonta. But this time he came and he beat Devin Haney, who was the defending champ. And, and he fooled us all. That's what I'm so happy about. I'm happy to look like an idiot if it's so entertaining,
Yeah.
and if it's so good for boxing.
that. Yeah.
Or any sport for that matter, like you do whatever the fuck you want. If you just give me the shock value, which he did the entire month. Amazing.
Yeah. I guess I probably wouldn't have watched the fight if
If
not
it
for
wasn't
that
just
clip.
for that.
Yeah, if not for
Yeah.
that clip. It's so catchy. And apparently he does that in a lot of interviews. If you go and see, he's just like, let me sing a song for you. And then he starts beatboxing and then he starts rapping. It's so good. I mean, someone should mix it up, sample it.
The difference between the Garcia and Javonta fight and the Garcia and the Haney fight, a big difference I would say is the rehydration clause. So basically the rehydration clause is you weigh in at a certain weight and then you can't put on more than a certain weight when you're fighting. So Javonta made Ryan sign that and Devin didn't. Or the promoters did not for this particular fight. So the difference, if you pull up a picture, is massive. Obviously Ryan missed weight and he wasn't bothered about it. and he looked so much bigger than Haney in that fight, and he also looked so much bigger than his own self when he fought Gervonta.
A completely different person.
Different. He looked
almost.
massive.
Yeah.
Another thing, Garcia was like plus 600, plus 700. I think he bet $1 million or 2 on himself. I think he bet 2 million on himself, and he walked out with 12 million just off of that bet. I'm pretty sure that happened. I think he posted on his Instagram, plus his fight post, which I'm assuming is another 15, 20.
Yeah.
So that motherfucker had a night, and Haney also had a night because of Ryan.
He got 1.5 just for doing nothing, right?
What do you mean 1.5?
Garcia.
Oh, 1.5, that was only because of the weight.
Oh, just,
but I'm saying his fight post must have been crazy, pay-per-views must have
Yeah.
been crazy because of Garcia and his
Garcia.
antics.
Yes, for sure.
His madness, ADD, whatever the fuck you want to call
Yeah,
it.
I think he's put himself in a great position to like
Yeah.
basically sell any fight he wants from this
I mean,
point.
it's just crazy what a win can do for you, especially if you're an underdog. Because
Yeah.
the entire month I was like, this guy is not want to fight. He's taking a paycheck and he's
I
going
don't
to
think
walk
Ryan
away.
Garcia is serious about this
Yeah.
fight.
That's how we all felt, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, man.
But he saw the Bohemian Grove, and I guess things changed for him. It's an Alex Jones reference. It's
Nah, I'm
okay.
sorry, I don't
No,
watch.
it's all good.
The only politics I watch is the overcorrection.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.